Hi everyone, Captain Amazing here, and today we're going to do a roster review, so let's jump into it. So our roster review is for Carl with the Havoc Empire. They are 2.8 million GP, 1.8 in characters, 1 million in chips. About 1 year time played, so looks to be free to play. That's pretty good. 1 year is not bad. This is kind of the expectation that you would have for a free-to-play player. They are building CLS Rebels first. They have Jedi Knight Luke. So these are some pretty good things to have in your account. Pretty surprising overall. Not a lot of relics here. So it looks like most of them are based off the Jedi Knight Luke farm, and then also just farming up CLS Rebels. So not the worst, but not I would not have prioritized Jedi Knight Luke this early in a farm. So let's look at their ships, because I think they do have a good amount of, they had their bounty hunter ships, so they do have the Razor Crest. And this is what I was saying, at about a year time frame, you do have the Razor Crest. Usually the Razor Crest is the slowest thing. If this account would have prioritized having the Executor over Jedi Knight Luke, that would have been really good for this account. That would have gave this account a lot more crystals, and then that crystals could have pushed them towards farming more things in their account. And that's why I say your first big farm should be your GL ship. So right now they do have two good things going for it. So they have the Rebel Assault Battle and they have the Jedi Assault Battle. They have two really good teams as far as Jedi Knight Luke by himself, even with whatever Gear 12 Jedi and pretty much like Jedi Knight Luke and Hermit Yoda are a team, especially where this guy is in the game. And then CLS Rebels is a really good team. So what would I do with this account overall, just looking at it? I don't know the general farming pathway that you're going for, or why you have Jedi Knight Luke so far. Maybe you're doing like a JML rush, or it doesn't look like you're doing a Hut Cartel rush, like a Jabba rush. Let's look at your Hut Cartel real quick. Yeah, definitely not. Look at your La Rebels. Where's Mon Mothma? It looks like you're probably doing a JML rush. I don't, believe it or not, I don't like a JML rush. The reason is your first GL is usually on defense. JML is a horrible defensive GL. So would I pivot? Yeah, I probably would pivot. And I'll tell you what I think you should do. And then you could do it, you could not do it. You can move forward with what you're planning on doing. It's up to you. But if you want to progress at all in Grand Arena, I would highly advise not going straight for the JML farm. I think what you're doing is fine. I would finish 3PO and 2PO, get that up to relics. Relic 3 is fine. And then I would go for, believe it or not, I would finish your Executor farm. So I would go straight into the Executor, secure fleet placement, getting decent fleet income. From there, I would move into Jabba. You already have Jedi Knight Luke. While you're finishing the Executor, you can finish the shards that you need for Jabba. And then I would, well, here I would say this. So I would go all in on Executor. I would farm Imperial Troopers from there after Executor. So you would have Piet here. Man, you don't have Piet at all. You have bounty hunter ships. So if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. It may be better if you go Profundity. Man, you don't have anything farmed. Man, you're killing me here. Killing me here. What would I do? So you can still go all in for JML, I guess. Like, you can still do it. So continue your JML rush, sadly. Start farming the shards for Executor. Get Executor. So JML into Executor. Executor, you're going to, after Executor, you're going to do Imperial Troopers. So that'll be You'll have R8 Piet. You'll need to get Dark Trooper to R5, and from there the rest can be Gear 12. So Gear 12 Veers, Gear 12 Stark, and then Gear 12 Range Trooper, and that'll get you 2 more assault battles you have after you finish that JML into Executor into Imperial Troopers. Then you're going to go into Jabba. Jabba is going to give you Smuggler's Run 2, and then after Jabba you can go into Leia, into Profundity, and those have a really good farming synergy there. So it's going to be a fast battle, and you're going to get some good things from that. So when you farm Leia, you'll finish Phoenix, and Phoenix is going to get you the is going to get you the assault battle for Night Sisters at like challenge tier 2. So that's going to be really good for you, and you're going to finish those. So once you finish that, then you can go into like Imperial Troopers. It may seem like a lot, right? Because you're like, hey dude, I'm free to play. It's taking me forever just to finish JML. But it's important that you have a farming pathway overall, because it's gonna allow you to farm your shards, and you have to layer your farms, because right now you're, even for JML, you're going for JML, you don't have the shards for it, you don't have the shards for Chupio, you don't have and you are kind of after playing for a year, you really, your first main farm, you should at least have the shards for it, but you don't. So what I'm saying is, you have to, when you start your main farm and you start putting the Kyrotech and Zetas and all the other investment into there, you should at least have the shards farmed that are hard farms. Cantina farms, of course, you can do it slower, but the hard farms should be done when you're starting that. So, and I give you this long farming pathway so that you can layer your farm. So once you start your main farm of whatever it is that's next, then your shards are farmed and it flows a lot smoother. I'm giving you a farming pathway where it's like you're focusing on your actual fleet crystal income. Then you're weaving in assault battles from big farms, and you're farming those GLs that are going to give you a good return of investment, plus the assault battles. So that's going to start with fleet. It's going to start generating a lot of resources, and then your account growth is going to be faster. And account growth and resource management is going to be really important for a free-to-play player. So as a free-to-play player, you need to focus on how can you get the most resources possible into your account so you can grow it faster. Because just because you're free-to-play doesn't mean it has to be slow. It means in the beginning it's going to be slow, but you need to build your account so that you get more and more and more resources. So as you build something, you need to say, what is this giving me? Like, what more income is it going to generate in my account? Another thing that you have to think about. So right now, Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon are farmable. So you need to consider, maybe you should add those into your farms, while like maybe take a break for JML, take these 2 to R7. It's going to give you some raid income, and then it's going to also give you tons of credits and slicing material. It's a really, really good farm right now. So I would say maybe just get Padawan Obi-Wan Master Qui-Gon up and running real quick while you're farming the shards for the rest of the things you need. Then finish your JML into Executor, into Imperial Troopers, into Jabba, into Phoenix, Leia, whatever, and then Profundity if you want to. So that would be my recommendations, and that way you have a usable Jedi here. They're both Cantina farms. You'll farm them really quickly, and then you can move on, take them to R7, and that's going to give you a lot of income with their assault battle and the raid. So I would recommend that for your account, and I would do it right away. Honestly, like probably the first thing you should do. And it seems like a lot, but it's worth it in the end. And I promise you, once you get them to R7, you're absolutely going to not regret the amount of income they give you, especially with credits. So overall, I would continue to work on your fleets. Just slow farm them one at a time. Your priority should be that Executor. You have the majority of the ships for that. You do need to finish your TIE Bomber at 7 stars. From there, I would, like your get to, you should be farming Malevolence or Negotiator right now. Don't use that income for Kyrotech. I know it's like really hard to not focus that, but you should be continue to side farm your ships. It takes a long time, but don't ignore them. So I would recommend Malevolence as your next fleet with Get 2. So farm Malevolence at 5 stars, the Negotiator at 7 stars, then come back and finish the Malevolence at 7 stars. Make sure you farm the pilotless ships. So I would be farming this TIE Bomber, also the Vulture Droid Hyena Bomber to pair with these 3 Geos. Once you have those, then you can start farming all of the Galactic Republic ships. So Anakin's ships, Ashoka's ship you have already. So you'll have to farm the Umbara Starfighter, and the BTL Y-Wing is also good. So farm those things. Once you're done with your Galactic Republic fleet, then you can start finishing the Empire with Iden's ship, and then the TIE Defender. Also, by that time, hopefully you have the TIE Interceptor. You'll have the TIE Bomber. You can get Palpatine's ship. There's a lot of Empire is a really good fleet. So after you finish Executor, Malevolence, Negotiator, Empire. From after Empire, you can go Profundity, Homeland, whatever you want. But you just kind of work those, put your resources into those ships, and don't ever stop farming your ships. And even with your fleet income, your guild, the shops, all those shops, farm all the ships out of there. Every single ship that you can. You need every single ship in this game, so keep farming your ships. Don't stop until you have every single ship at 7 stars. And it's going to take a while, but it's a slow grind, but it's a worthy grind. And if you focus on your ships, it's going to help you in Grand Arena overall. And it's a really slow farm, so it'll probably be like 2-3 years before you have them all, but it's worth it, trust me. Other than that, like, that's the farming path I have for you. I really don't think you're gonna have the mod depth for me to look at your character mods. So as soon as I have the dexterity, there you go, just to click some buttons. All right, so this is good. No, it's not good overall, but like his speed is what I'm saying is, like, this is not a good mod set for him. The fact that you farmed a set like this is good. Like, oh no, not that one. So there's some good ones in here. There's some ones that are fine. Like, this is not good, but you want an offense set on CLS, and you want an offense and tenacity. So you want to crit damage here. You want tenacity's fine here. I prefer offense. So like, this set is okay. Man, that's really good. Look at that. How lucky is that? Just 6 dot this, and it's 24 speed, adds offense. So this is a good mod. So overall, like, the mods here are fine. This isn't good. I wouldn't have 6 dot it. Maybe this was before when you didn't understand like speeds. If you were watching my mod guides, then you would understand that why this isn't a good mod. But overall, like, you're gonna want to change this set. You can give this set to someone else. I don't know what you could do with this, honestly. There's not a lot of characters that want like offense and potency. Most want an offense set and maybe health or something. But I don't know. You'll be able to use this somewhere, but not. It's not that good of a mod. I probably wouldn't have 6 dot this just because the lack of where I could put it. But you have it. You can use it for someone. But overall, CLS doesn't want this. He wants tenacity, offense set. Yeah. So as you build your mods, you can, like, yeah, you can, and maybe you just don't have the depth, and that's just like your best team, so that it's the best you can do. But overall, it's fine. Like, right now for your account, you just have to continue building mods, having a good standards, farming. I would recommend farming the majority of your mods as speed. So probably you can look at how I generally farm. I have a guide for farming sets and how to use your mod energy, but I would say I spend a good amount of my time farming speed, offense, and then health sets. Probably equal in about as much offense and health sets as I farm, with just a slight advantage on how much speed I farm as well. But you know, just farm whatever you want, maybe like, but those 3 sets you can mod pretty much the majority of your account for a long time. So I would say focus on those 3, majority of the time farming speed, and then about divided on the rest on offense and health, and that'll help you just mod overall for your account in the beginning. Once and later on when you need them, you can farm your potency, your defense, your crit damage, crit chance, all those types of mods, tenacity. But right away you need a bunch of mods. So just speed, offense, and health. You can mod everything. Maybe not super ideal, but for the most part it'll be fine until your account develops and you can farm like the more niche sets. Other than that, that's all I got for you. So thanks for letting me look at your account. I hope it helps. Good progress overall. Like I like that you're at least like focusing and finishing your farms. I just would I wouldn't have chosen this specific direction, but I think if you just start layering your farms, getting ready for the next thing, and then focusing on just more income into your account, I think you're going to do really well overall. But thanks for letting me look at your account. If you guys have any comments, let me know in the comments, and then don't forget on your way out to like and subscribe. Take care.